Okay, everybody, thank you all for watching. I'm Purple Elephant Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So today, I want to say a few quick things. A, we're at 40 subscribers, and that's awesome. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. That was my goal for the end of October, and we reached 11 days early, which is really impressive. So thank you for that. Also, this video was a little bit inspired by ISAB's One Tower Only Challenge from EP6 and Aliens Rock God Boosting. So just want to say that out quickly. But we're basically doing that. We're doing how long can I survive with so-and-so, and we're also going to be super buffing them later on to see if they can survive way longer, if they're way stronger with super buffing, or how big of an impact it really makes. Because I'd be interested to see if there were some characters that it was a bigger deal for than others. So as you can see, I've changed my trinket compound quite a bit for Finn, because I wanted to start with Finn since he's like the first character. So I've stolen some things from some other characters, and he is, well, you can see his stats right now. He's doing 11 damage, 6 pierce, 35 range, which may not sound like much, but for Finn, that's a lot, as well as an attack speed of 1.41, which isn't that high. But if you look at Super Monkey even, attack speed, 11.11, okay, that's a little insane, but to be fair, it's Super Monkey, attacks really fast. Range 72, pierce 14, damage 6. So I know he's way better in every other category, but damage 11, that's the main thing we're going to be going off here, and I think it's even higher since Engineer's Blueprint plus 5 against Moabs. That's going to be insane. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So we are going to be doing an Apple Forest. It's going to be a bit boring, but unfortunately, Apple Forest is simply the easiest map in the game, so it's the best one to do this for. And we're going to be doing in purple, as always, because, well, why not? So I want to start off with the easy one, which is just going to be how long can one tower last for. So we place Finn, we upgrade Finn, that's pretty much it. Also, can I just say how much I love how big his range is right now? Like, his range is like the range of a typical unit. Not minuscule, not insanely high, but typical. And Finn is a melee character. It's like Pat Fusting BT6 when he actually has range. I can't think of an example when that happens because it just doesn't happen. So I definitely want to appreciate that. So one thing I want to do for all of these is I want to do a prediction. My prediction without buffs, like without other buffs, external buffs, since he is still really powerful, I'm thinking around 52. I think we're going to lose to the first Moab. The other thing I'm a little nervous about is that they will simply be too much because his pierce is still relatively quite low and his attack speed's only so fast. But one thing I do want to point out is his sword like releasing yellow sparks behind it. I'm assuming this is like one of the upgrades I gave to him, like one of the random trinkets, but he looks really strong right now. Like, I would not want to mess with him right now, so this is pretty cool. Ooh, one thing I actually haven't thought about yet is these upgrades that require other characters. In this case, I'm not going to, because it's impossible, so we're never going to leak life and things like that. But in most cases, I feel like I would be open to that, but because in this game, you place the tower, you buy the upgrade, and then you can actually sell the tower, so it works quite well. So I'm probably going to do it like that for towers, that's a bigger deal for, but that's not really a big deal for Finn, because his only work with A, money, which isn't important, or B, if you leak a life, which of course we're not doing an impossible, that would not be smart. But yeah, I think this could be really just an exciting one. This could be a long series, so let me know what you guys think about it. If you want me to do every character, let me know, leave a comment below which character do you want to see next, super buffed and solo. Because if you don't tell me, I'm probably going to go in order, so Jake would probably be next, but let me know, because I'm happy to do in whatever order you want me to. Just, it's for you guys after all, so might as well make it content that you guys, enjoy. But yeah, I have a feeling this could be super fun and super exciting. Back on to thanking you guys for a second. 40 subscribers is a big deal. I know this might get a little tacky, so I don't want to talk about this for too long, but just thank you guys so much. This has really been a big month for me. I've been switching more heavily to Bloons Adventure Time content, and you guys have 100% been supporting that, so thank you so much for that. I do really appreciate it. Now for my regular thing, happening a little early, more on time today. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays, I'm growing to like Tuesdays, I must admit. My voice, sorry by the way if it sounds a little off, I just realized it sounds a bit sore, so sorry about that. But Tuesdays are pretty great. You know what I do at this point. If you don't, if you're new here, then get ready, I do this a lot. Tuesdays are awesome. I'd like to say this is about just about every day, unless I really hate the day. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's just not an awesome day, but I really do think that Tuesdays are pretty great. I really do like Tuesdays. Not always my favorite day, but I've grown to appreciate them more and more. A little more of a rest day for me, which is good. Hopefully you guys have something fun planned today. I know everyone's schedule is different, so some people Tuesday might be their busiest day of the week. It was for me a couple years ago. Just gotta keep seeing how things will go. But yeah. I didn't do anything too exciting today. I'm reading now. I started a new book a couple days ago called Ink Out. Not sure if you read it. Don't give me any spoilers. I don't want spoilers. But it sounds really interesting so far. It was recommended to me by someone. And it sounds very interesting so far. I'm only on page, I believe, 110? I think 110. So I don't want any spoilers, but just like let me know if you have read the book, 'cause it's cool. Make it more interesting, but it's been pretty good so far. So basically, well, the main character is this little girl called Maggie, who for whatever reason calls her dad Mo. That seems a little odd to me. Like, they specifically mentioned that's how it's going to be in the beginning, so it's not like super unexpected, but that still seemed quite odd to me. And then afterwards, so she's meeting a friend of his called Dustfinger, so he has very odd names. And he tells him that, what is his name? I want to say Apricot, honestly. It's not Apricot or Apricot. Please don't get mad at me for that. I'm going to try to ignore that conversation. What is it? Okay, I'm drawing a blank right now. But I want to say it's some kind of like nut or something. But whatever his name is, Capricorn, there we go. So that took me way too long to remember. Capricorn sounds pretty evil so far. And, yeah, we just found out that, in the point of the book that I'm in, well, actually, no, I don't want to give this bit of spoiler, but, so basically they're going to her Aunt Eleanor's house, because after hearing that Capricorn is coming, they're a little bit scared. Also, ability, because this is not going well. I think my guess, what was my guess? My guess was around 60, right? Or was it 52? Or whatever it is, it's wrong because it's 45 and he's dead. That's a little disappointing. I feel like I probably could have done better with better ability timing, but what are you going to do? So, a few things. The only thing I'm actually going to do for farming, because I'm just so excited to have the monkey farmer, I'm just going to do that. But yeah, and her Aunt Eleanor like loves books. It's like thousands. The entire house is filled with it, so that's interesting. I have a lot of books, but I wouldn't say I'm on the level of like thousands yet. A little bit off from that still, which is, in my opinion, quite good. So, a few things also back to the challenges. I am going to be allowing support as long as it does minimal damage, if it still does damage. So, Cobra, for example, his 3rd tier reduces all ability cooldowns, that's huge, and attrition does like 2 damage per attack. So I'm probably gonna go with saying yes to him. It's just I don't want to be using, but I'm not gonna be using support if it's like, yeah, it glues everything, makes them move slower, but it also makes them do 10,000 times the damage. It also just made me realize I'm forgetting Sabo with Sam. That could be a big deal. Not gonna worry about that right now. But in future, I should probably try to remember that. Let me know also if you have any other suggestions for future videos of how I should be. Other ways I can buff towers or character, like trinket loadouts. I really appreciate your opinion, because it could make a big difference. They're very, I don't know, I very much appreciate it. And I think, well, you guys generally have better, not generally, but you definitely do sometimes have some very interesting ideas, better ideas even, for stuff like this, so please let me know. Another major support, Sam, good old friend Wizard Sam. You have quite a few supports there because she has future crystal, things like that. Alright, come on, flying kick. Any second now, right? Flying kick. Not that matters since there won't be a mob for a while, but you know, nice to have up anyways. Next thing I'm going with, also, another thing for support. I'm not going to count slows or stuns. I know I did my support challenge, but this one's going to be more heavily, like, simply buffing him. So, one quick thing. Musical instruments. You have to be in range. Luckily with Finn, I can actually tell if he's in range. But I'm going to have to put you down here, and he will also be doing damage. It's minimal to the balloons, but it actually does 50 damage per hit to Moab, so thinking again, I know this is a little bad so far, bad show of skill, but I really should have taken that off in advance, so I do apologize. This is going to be a bit of a mini messed up run for now, because, well, quite simply, this is just like a random thing. I didn't exactly have this fully planned out. So currently I'm going to save quite a bit of money because I have to actually sell Finn and put him back in a pool with Lady Rainicorn to add the water nymph. So I'm actually going to sell both of you. That was a mistake for the time being. And we are going to need to get Lady Rainicorn out. Okay, so let's pause right here. Around 22, we should be able to do it now. I think we have enough money saved up. So Lady Rainicorn, I think I can fit you here. I'm gonna be disappointed if I can't. Really? You really don't fit here. This is a really massive space, Lady Corn. You really have to fix your issues with how big you are. Like, look at this. Look how much space she takes up. This is ridiculous. Any better luck over here? No, not really. Well, then hopefully this is just gonna go how it goes, unfortunately, because the water nymph buff is pretty huge. I can't exactly skip it out, which sucks a little bit because now his range is much smaller. That's a little disappointing, but once again, water nymphs pretty helpful with their little buff known as cheerleading. Increases the attack speed of those sharing the same pool of water as her. Pretty useful indeed. But we definitely have lots more money to get, so let's keep going. Now that we have this, there shouldn't be any other need to actually stop. They also will be doing damage as well, but once again, fairly minuscule, no different than Lady Rainicorn herself. It's shooting water, it's not going to do much damage. Hopefully, at least. But speaking of which, we actually need Warrior PB right now for her ally buff, because we need more cheerleaders. And this is the best way to do it for the time being. Plus, if we do ever need to use it for Commander Cassie's, I want to be able to actually fit Commander Cassie not in this specific pool. Born to Rule. It's going to take a little while, but shouldn't be too bad. What else? What else to talk about? Back to my book, since we got a little bit interrupted there. What? Okay, no, we definitely need to fix something here. I'm going to continue for the time being, because this is ridiculous. Water nymphs, you're stupid. How are you so... Like, Lady Rainicorn, you're so humongous. Why? And water nymphs, you're just... That really sucks, honestly, because water nymphs are a pretty big buff, but we're definitely not having them because they're clearly not working out very well. I am still going to buy this. Little unfortunate that we had all of those issues there. I'm gonna just quickly max him out then. Sorry about that, that's a little bit of a bad interruption there. But now, that's over with. Let's go for a different buff. You do need to be in range for this a little bit. Then we want you, which also have to be in range, unfortunately. Same thing with Mouseland. So there's going to be damage, but of course, it's sort of uncontrollable damage. It's just going to have to happen. I will limit it in future. Unfortunately, we have some issues with the time being. But we'll deal with them. It'll all be alright in the end. So, Melon. Oh, I keep wanting to call him Melancholy. Melancholy just means sad. And I don't know why I keep trying to call Lemon Hope Melancholy. He makes me think of the word melancholy, and I have no idea why. I guess probably because he has his weird, like, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. He's just like, I see him and I'm like, melancholy, right? You're totally melancholy. Flame Princess as well is going to have to be in range because of her ability, which is plus 20% attack speed. Not huge, but pretty helpful still. Will definitely make a big deal in the long run. And unfortunately, that's most of the buffs we can do, since we can't do the Water Nymph's attack speed buff, which is a pretty big one. There aren't too many others we can actually get at right now, which is very disappointing, to be honest. Let's get his ability, then we'll get his ability discount. Do we want Brofist? Sure, we might as well max him out, or not actually max him out, but you know, close enough. This is in range for him, right? Yeah, we are in range. Good, that's just an important one to double check. Cobra, Monkey Stim will actually make our ability up much more of the time. Both abilities, but of course, Finn's actually being the major one. We've already passed our record so far. Was there a rainbow balloon there? Is it just me? Those balloons are totally turning rainbow, right? Man, I should really pay more attention to trinkets, description and things before I actually put them on. Like, I check their stats, but that's it. So it's very possible that one of these trinkets is making him do his weird yellow slash, and another one is making him, I don't know, turn them into rainbows. It's my best description of what's going on. But yeah, was not expecting that, but whatever. Now we once again just keep track of our abilities. My guess for this is around 60. I don't think we're beating that ZMG. We might. Buffs make a big deal, but I don't think we will. And just because I'm bored, and because we have the money to, I don't know if it actually stacks. I'm keen to believe it doesn't. If it does stack, then something seriously wrong is going on. But is this actually increasing his attack speed? Me adding more Melancholies to him? Because if it is, then this is a seriously broken buff. Because, well, Melancholies are cheap and easy. It's totally increasing his attack speed more, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to have to do tests on this later on. We'll do a little bit of research. Let me know your opinion, though. Because to me, it definitely looks like it's actually increasing his attack speed, adding more of these. I can't tell if that's just because I'm not used to him attacking this fast, or if he's actually increasing his attack speed. And tell you one thing, he's attacking fast, and he did a good job with that BFB. A little close, but definitely a good job nonetheless. So I'm sticking by with my ZMG. I think we're going to die to the ZMG. I think that's pretty fair. But I definitely am a little bit surprised at how well this is working. I was not expecting it to go quite this well. But I don't know. I guess just have to wait and see. But definitely doing way better than he did without buffs. It's sort of a go figure. You definitely expect him to do a better job. Let's just double check by the go. Cobra's damage, it's 4. Yeah, I don't think his damage is that big of a deal. His attrition or whatever it's called. So we shouldn't really worry about that too much. But now let's keep going. 2 rounds is my prediction. Do you think I'm right? They're releasing green, like, so many weird effects dealing with the balloons. And I don't get it. Also, this is what I mean. 50 damage per rocket. It's a pretty big deal on some of the Moabs, so I am sorry. His is the only one with noticeable damage. Princess Bubblegum 1000 sort of noticeable, but everyone else is really pretty low. 8,000, that's quite a bit. I mean, compared to Finn's, it's not, but still a little more. So I'm actually going to, well, no, I'm not going to sell him because then it's nerfed, but you know, I probably should keep an eye on that. I'm definitely going to switch that out for last time, so hopefully it won't happen for next time. This is a bit of a scuffed run, so I do apologize for that, but you know what? It's Finn. I'm not really expecting his to be all that spectacular anyways, but we're going to do with what we have. And we're dead. That was really close. We actually have Time Machine. I forgot because of Finn, or because of Jake. So let's try this one more time. Spam abilities from the get-go. Use both abilities from the start. Can we do it? I have a feeling we can. What do you think? Oh, that ability comes back quickly. We can literally be spamming these. Like, to a great degree, be just spamming these attacks. That's pretty huge. His range is even bigger than before. That's exciting. Attack speed, Hammer Smash. Okay, and we're good. VMG beat, and that's really close. Like, that's really, really close. We're totally dying to the next one. If there's anything besides this, like, I don't know. I was sort of expecting that to be the end of it, to be honest. We barely came through with that, though. Man, looking at this now, this is Finn. Finn's not the worst character in the game, but looking at Finn getting to round 62, I'm definitely a little bit curious about someone like Commander Cassie, or something I'm actually really interested I'll probably do next time is, fortunately not equipped right now. So why do I keep clicking that? Max. Max used to be way overpowered. He's pretty balanced now, if not a little underpowered. Well, not underpowered, but just not ridiculously powerful. But Max, he was pretty insane as well, and I'm really interested to see how well he does super buffed. One thing I did not actually plan for, also I think it's Wish Orbs actually, because we have Thought Cannon Wand now with Flame Princess. As well as, by the way, that's what's doing the Crystal Apple, in case you're wondering. And more than a quarter or more than a fifth of the damage is coming from outside sources. That's pretty bad. That's a big issue. Well, we have to deal for now, but that's definitely something to keep in mind. Overall, I'd say he probably lost the first CMG, in my personal opinion. Without these supports, that was too close. He was lost. He was losing. And I think I'll probably lose this. Oh, 2 CMGs. Yeah, we're done. There's no way we're doing this. And if we are, it's entirely because of his support. Like, I don't think he's actually strong enough to do this. It's my personal opinion. But we're probably going to lose to this, so if I had to say, with the Registone down, he lost on his own on round 44. And I think together it's going to be either, I think with support, I'm going to say 60. Because he's not doing better than 66. 66 is definitely him done. But I feel like 60 was probably what he did with, because I feel like he probably would have died then without the additional damage. Anyways, quite a few Wish Orbs, because, you know, we did actually have Thought Cannon Wand there for a little bit. So that's a little nice. But anyways, please, guys, I really appreciate your opinion. Let me know about this idea, the series, strategy, things you want me to change, do differently, all that stuff. I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys had an incredible day. Please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribing and joining the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day. It's really nice, and I really do appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye!